Oh, are we doing it again?
All right, one more time.
All right, one more
Just
time.
let it happen.
All right, ready?
I hate you guys.
One.
Ah.
Hello, we're Spirit of the Bear.
We're here to answer all the questions you gave us.
Thank you for giving them to us.
First question. What band would you tour with?
I'm gonna say if we could tour with any band, it would be ourselves. It's a band we've played with a lot, and I think we're used to. We have the same style of music, so I think it'll work out.
I heard them on SoundCloud once.
I think they have a reverbation too.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know if people use that though.
They have a Twitter, I think.
At SOTV Music.
And Instagram, I'm pretty sure.
And self-advertisements
LinkedIn
as
soon.
well. All right.
I want to tour with Slipknot.
No.
Slipknot would be.
Absolutely
That'd be good.
No.
I'd probably.
They're so cool.
The Wiggles. Probably the Wiggles, if they're still around.
All right, next question. How long does it take you to write and record a song? Typically, Danny and I are the ones that write and record the songs for the most part. We've recorded a few songs as full bands, but a lot of it's just Dan and I. Writing the songs, it depends how long it takes. Sometimes it takes an hour. Sometimes it takes
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
typically.
it takes like a couple hours.
Yeah, and recording also depends. The first song we ever recorded together took about
6 hours.
6.5, 7 hours to record, so that was fun.
All right. So the question is, did you hate practicing your instrument when you were younger? Yeah, I played piano for the longest time when I was little, and it was not fun going to like theory classes every Saturday and just not having fun with it. And then finally, at some point, it became fun. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. Anybody else hated playing their instrument when they were young?
I still hate playing my instrument. I go to music school, so
Yeah.
it never stops.
I didn't hate it. It sucked, but I didn't
but
hate it.
did you have like competitions to go to for drumming?
No.
Well, yeah, those weren't fun because like all your time was spent on those.
What is my
depressing.
favorite, or what is the favorite local hangout? Personally, my favorite local hangout is on top of a little hill in the park that's like 5 minutes from my house. I can see the sunset really nicely from there, and I spent a lot of my angsty teen days on top of there drawing pictures on stuff.
What kind of pictures?
Usually weird stuff. I don't know, shapes.
Shapes.
Shapes
Can
are
you
Triangles,
can
circles.
you do an air stencil of a shape?
No.
A lot of this, because they told me to be like this, and I said no. So I turned it on the side. Bam.
Rhombus.
Genius.
Diagonal.
I'd say,
I don't know.
I'd say my favorite local hangout would be there's a field, and I smashed a TV there once.
I've
And
been
I
to
got-
that field.
I got my car stuck in there once.
Yeah.
I was there. We had to tow it out.
My favorite hangout spot is probably another field, which is close to my house.
I've been to that field as well.
It's a great field.
As have I.
Fields are
Wide open field. We actually recorded some of the music video there. It's a nice field.
What kind of music do you listen to, and do you have any guilty pleasure songs? I grew up listening to kind of punk rock and metal, but I don't consider them guilty pleasures because if I like it, I like it. But I have Meghan Trainor on my phone.
Big time.
Shakira is one of my favorites. Call Me Maybe is the cool. We used to listen to Call Me Maybe
still
a lot.
do.
That's a good one. What about you guys?
My favorite guilty pleasure song is I don't know.
I listen to a lot of really ratchet
Hello?
synth pop.
It's by Adele. It's not
Hello
even
by
a,
Adele.
It's not
I
even a
haven't
guilty
even heard
pleasure.
I
It's the
still have yet
best.
to even listen to the song.
It's a very
Can we listen to it?
it's a very catchy song.
I got you.
After.
Hello. It's me.
See, but I think that I just think,
was
hello.
wondering if
Is it me
after
you're
all
looking
the
for?
years you'd like to meet
Lionel.
and go
That's what I'm saying.
over
Lionel Richie's tight.
everything.
Okay.
I thought time was meant.
Okay, next.
It's on a roll.
How would you describe your first gig? We all have different first gig stories because none of us had the same first gig except Dan and I. Our first gig was very interesting. Dan got kicked out of his house one night,
I
so
did.
he came to my house and stayed for like 2 nights. So it was like 3 days, and we had a gig coming up. So we just practiced for like hours and hours, and then we went and we played our first gig, and we made about $100 at this coffee shop.
Best $100 I ever made.
Yeah, and then
We spent it on a soda stream.
Afterwards, we went and we bought a soda stream, which we've only maybe used 3 times since.
Yeah.
Jamie?
What is the spirit of the bear? Spirit of the bear.
Sorry?
Your first gig.
My first gig. My first gig, I didn't even know you guys. It was, we practiced only like an hour before the actual show. So it was awkward, but it was fun.
I joined in around February. Sweethearts.
Yeah.
We had a dance at our school, and at first Danny wasn't able to participate in it, so James was searching around for another player to join. He was actually looking for a guitar player, and he was going around asking people. And when he came to ask me, I was like, "Hey, I can play the keyboard." He's like, "Oh, you can play the keyboard?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So then I was like set up for the gig and all that, and then Danny was able to come back, and they were like, "Ethan, you can still play with us," and I was like, "Dope." And so I did, and then I crowd surfed and I kicked a girl in the head. So that was pretty awesome.
That was pretty much the point that we decided, hey, we'll keep you around.
Yeah, they're like, "This kid's got guts. He kicked that girl in the head
Right
really
in the
hard."
face.
What is your favorite instrument? My favorite instrument is probably the hurdy-gurdy.
I have one.
I'd have to agree the hurdy-gurdy is by far the best instrument.
I don't know what that is.
I'll show you
Sweet.
sometime. I have one.
Can we get like a hurdy-gurdy in front of my face?
We need
This
to
is-
replace
this
all of
is-
our faces.
All right,
with
right
it.
now, ready?
Boom. All right, all of our faces are hurdy-gurdies. You should really
If not, at
go
least
on
one of us.
YouTube and experience a hurdy-gurdy.
Do I have any secret talents? If you ask me any fact about any animal, I probably know it. Because I used to read those books.
Koala.
Octopus.
What about octopi?
Everything.
They're incredibly smart. They are. If you teach something to if an octopus learns something, its babies, like, will learn, like, automatically know how to do it. It's crazy. Like, if you teach an octopus how to get through a certain maze, its children will automatically know how to get through the maze, or like 90% of it. It's crazy.
My secret talent, I could solve a Rubik's Cube relatively quickly.
That's not like a talent.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
That counts. All right, Jamie, what's your special talent?
I
Yeah,
don't have any.
Jimmy.
I don't have any.
All right.
My
Next.
Okay.
Do you have any weird fan stories? Yes.
Tell it.
Jamie has all the weird fan stories. Everybody loves Jamie.
This was actually also the first gig we ever played. I ever played with these guys.
Forgot about this.
So like I said, I didn't really even know these guys at all. And after we played the show, I was putting my drums away and just getting ready to go home. And this older gentleman,
Octogenarian. He's the-
Older, meaning 90s, maybe 100s.
probably close. This older gentleman like, creeps up behind me, and while I'm putting everything away, and he goes, "How long you been beating the skins?" And I've never heard that phrase in my life. To be honest, I thought it was a little gross, but he asked me that, and I turn around, and I say, "Excuse me," and he's like, "How long you been playing?" I'm like, that, and he was like, 8 or 9 years and such, and he's like, "Oh, I used to play. I used to play in the burlesque clubs. Let me tell you about the first time I saw a woman's bare back." So the rest of it's just a blur after that. So this.
Why this was a church event?
Yeah, this was a church event. So yeah, this older gentleman just told me about his days of being in burlesque clubs. And then I see these two behind him, just laughing hysterically at me. Yeah.
Shoot. I have a favorite fan story too. I don't remember it.
I don't know.
I don't have one, but you can make it happen. Just
Be the rowdy fan.
straight up tackle me on stage.
Be the weird one. Go
Actually,
hard.
don't, but like, do something cool. Like, get a tattoo of my face.
My
on
favorite.
your
No, I
side.
have one. My favorite fan story is during our CD release show in January last year. We had this paper mache bear head that we had as a prop on stage, and at one point, randomly in the middle of the set, this kid runs up from the crowd and jumps on stage, and he starts dancing, and he grabs the bear head and he puts it on. And mind you, I spent like 2 weeks making this thing, and he puts it on and immediately it snaps in half.
You were so upset. I thought it was the funniest thing.
That's my favorite fan story.